What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Payton Gendron said he wants his federal charges dropped because the jury did not have Black, Latinos, and Asians. It was all white. Can you imagine that? This man really truly did get a jury of his peers, but he didn't get the results that he was looking for. I don't think this should be granted to him. There should not be anything dropped. If he's lucky, because if it was up to me, he would have the death penalty for what he did that day in Buffalo at the top supermarket. Yeah, that's what I would have given him. But y'all, he got some nerve. So Payton Gendron, who wiped out 10 people that did absolutely nothing to him, he wants the federal charges dropped. He said the grand jury was too white. Wow. So his attorneys, this is what they are trying to do in order to get the federal charges off of him, ladies and gentlemen, because there was just not enough diversity on the grand jury that indicted him. Now, this was a hearing that Payton Gendron, he was not present for this hearing, but his lawyers were there arguing for his constitutional rights to a grand jury drawn from a cross section of people in the community. So, wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, their objection is, it was just too many white people. And the judge so far did not immediately rule on this motion that was set by his lawyers. So they're saying he could still face the death penalty, and I hope he gets it. It's hard to believe this much time has gone by. Now, they said this shooting took place, and I remember because it was a big story, and a lot of people on social media, we were doing this story. It was back in 2022. Payton Gendron drove, and I believe he was like 300 miles away. He drove all the way over to the top supermarket, which they're saying was primarily in a Black neighborhood. And the people he killed range from the age of 32 to 86 years old. And 3 other people were wounded, if you remember. So he is already serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. And if you remember, he pled guilty. And, and I remember when the family of the victims confronted him. I remember that was televised, and I watched it and I did videos on it, and so did many others back then. But no, I don't think they should grant this to him. Who the hell does he think he is? You know, get the charges dropped because the jury was too white. Isn't he white? Come on now. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard. No, this nothing should be dropped. Nothing. But if they want to turn this into something more than a life sentence, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Mm-mm-mm. So, y'all, I'm going to play audio, and I'll be right back with the rest of my commentary.
A white supremacist who carried out a racially motivated mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket is now seeking to have his federal case dismissed. Payton Gendron, already serving 11 life sentences on state charges for the 2022 massacre that left 10 black people dead, argues that his constitutional rights were violated because the grand jury that indicted him did not have enough Black and Hispanic representation. His attorneys filed the motion on August 14, claiming that people of color are systematically underrepresented in jury pools within the Southern District of New York. Federal prosecutors quickly pushed back, stating that Gendron's defense team failed to show any proof of systemic underrepresentation and urged the judge to reject the motion. The judge has yet to issue a ruling. The legal wrangling comes as Gendron prepares for a federal trial on hate crime charges, where prosecutors have vowed to seek the death penalty. While New York abolished capital punishment 2 decades ago, the federal government retains the option in cases of racially motivated killings. On May 14, 2022, Gendron, then 18 years old, drove to a Tops-friendly market in Buffalo with the specific intent to target black people in a predominantly black neighborhood. Armed and wearing tactical gear, he opened fire, killing 10 and injuring 3 more. Among the victims were a beloved grandmother, a church deacon, a security guard who tried to stop him, and community members going about their daily lives. Gendron had posted a manifesto online in advance, detailing his white supremacist ideology and explaining his decision to attack that location. In their filing, Gendron's lawyers argued that the grand jury pool was missing roughly 1/3 of the expected number of Black and Hispanic individuals. The filing did not provide the exact composition, but according to the Associated Press, the judge noted that the addition of just 2 more black jurors on the 60-person panel would have evened out the numbers. The defense also claimed that the district relies heavily on an outside vendor to assemble jury pools and that this vendor failed to document its procedures properly. The question of diversity in jury pools has long been debated within the justice system. Advocates have criticized the over-reliance on voter registration rolls, which can underrepresent minority communities, and have urged reforms at local, state, and federal levels to ensure fairer representation. This is not the first time Gendron's legal team has raised concerns. Earlier this year, they requested his trial be moved from Buffalo to New York City, where they argued the jury pool would be more racially diverse and impartial. They also petitioned the court to take the death penalty off the table, a request that was denied. While Judge Lawrence Vilardo has not yet ruled on whether to move the trial, the case remains scheduled for June 2026. For the families of the victims, each new legal development underscores.
Gendron and his attorneys got a lot of damn nerve. Y'all, no, nothing should be dropped. And boy, I wish somebody would get this dude behind bars. But y'all, tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.